Quotes from Oscar Wilde. We are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist, that is all. Always forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them so much. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. I am so clever that sometimes I don't understand a single word of what I'm saying. It is what you read when you don't have to that determines what you will be when you can't help it. The truth is rarely pure and never simple. Yes, I am a dreamer, for a dreamer is one who can only find his way by moonlight, and his punishment is that he sees the dawn before the rest of the world. Most people are other people. Their thoughts are someone else's opinions, their lives a mimicry, their passions a quotation. You can never be overdressed or overeducated. Never love anyone who treats you like you're ordinary. Women are meant to be loved, not to be understood. A good friend will always stab you in the front. Anyone who lives within their means suffers from a lack of imagination. Every saint has a past, and every sinner has a future. You don't love someone for their looks, or their clothes, or their fancy car, but because they sing a song only you can hear. A thing is not necessarily true because a man dies for it. Experience is merely the name men gave to their mistakes. Man is least himself when he talks in his own person. Give him a mask, and he will tell you the truth. Those who find ugly meanings in beautiful things are corrupt without being charming. This is a fault. Those who find beautiful meanings in beautiful things are the cultivated. For these there is hope. They are the elect to whom beautiful things mean only beauty. There is no such thing as a moral or an immoral book. Books are well written or badly written. That is all. Some cause happiness wherever they go, others whenever they go. Nowadays, people know the price of everything and the value of nothing. I don't want to be at the mercy of my emotions. I want to use them, to enjoy them, and to dominate them. To define is to limit. Education is an admirable thing, but it is well to remember from time to time that nothing that is worth knowing can be taught. To love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance. There is only one thing in the world worse than being talked about, and that is not being talked about. Selfishness is not living as one wishes to live. It is asking others to live as one wishes to live. When one is in love, one always begins by deceiving oneself, and one always ends by deceiving others. That is what the world calls a romance. Anybody can sympathize with the sufferings of a friend, but it requires a very fine nature to sympathize with a friend's success. We are each our own devil, and we make this world our hell. Whenever people agree with me, I always feel I must be wrong. Morality is simply the attitude we adopt towards people we personally dislike. Life is far too important a thing never to talk seriously about. We live in an age when unnecessary things are our only necessities. Some things are more precious because they don't last long. Nowadays, most people die of a sort of creeping common sense and discover when it is too late that the only thing one never regrets are one's mistakes. There are only two kinds of people who are really fascinating: people who know absolutely everything and people who know absolutely nothing. Everything in moderation, including moderation. There are moments when one has to choose between living one's own life, fully, entirely, completely, or dragging out some false, shallow, degrading existence that the world in its hypocrisy demands. Society often forgives the criminal. It never forgives the dreamer. Laughter is not at all a bad beginning for a friendship, and it is by far the best ending for one. The good ended happily, and the bad unhappily. That is what fiction means. I have grown to love secrecy. It seems to be the one thing that can make modern life mysterious or marvelous to us. The commonest thing is delightful if only one hides it. There are many things that we would throw away if we were not afraid that others might pick them up. They have promised that dreams can come true, but forgot to mention that nightmares are dreams too. There is a luxury in self-reproach. When we blame ourselves, we feel that no one else has the right to blame us. It is the confession, not the priest, that gives us absolution. Keep love in your heart. A life without it is like a sunless garden when the flowers are dead. The consciousness of loving and being loved brings a warmth and a richness to life that nothing else can bring. I like persons better than principles, and I like persons with no principles better than anything else in the world. I hope you have not been leading a double life, pretending to be wicked and being good all the time. That would be hypocrisy.